by you. I'll be your everything, your blue sky. I go to war. Damn right.
All right, welcome back to the Professional Stepdad Show. I am your host, Franco Zavala. Thank you very much for joining me. Today is episode 165 of the show. Thank you very much for subscribing on YouTube, for watching and for following on SoundCloud, Spotify, iTunes, and of course, all of our social medias platforms. If you have not, please go over to the website, theprofessionalstepdad.com. Take a look. Send us any emails, questions, concerns that you may have about your journey as a stepdad, and we would be more than happy to create an episode about it. Yeah. And if you want to, stepdads, also join our community. This is just a place where you can enter your information, and we will send you any updates about workshops, if we're coming into town, doing a seminar, etc., so that you can come and meet us in person. We can shake your hand and say thank you for everything that you've done thus far and everything that you are going to be doing as a stepdad. So I know I always say this, but I'm going to say it again. Stepdads, I am extremely proud of you. I'm thankful and grateful for you for stepping up, for being who you are, and for actively seeking ways to become better, hence listening and watching the show. So again, well done. Okay, so episode 165 is going to be about how difficulties today will liberate you tomorrow. When I first began my journey as a stepdad, I thought that I didn't think it was going to be an easy road, but I didn't think it was going to be as hard as it was. I didn't anticipate all of the negative Nancy's, the negative people that were going to come out of the woodworks and try to challenge me at every turn. Try to challenge me as a person, try to challenge me as a stepfather, try to challenge me as a leader. There were going to be so many different obstacles thrown at me that I couldn't see that for the average person, or for most normal people, when those obstacles come, and they come in waves, it can be very easy to just get overwhelmed, to walk away, to step away, to quit, to give up, to throw your hand, to throw in the towel. All of the different little ways that you can describe how an individual quits. And I used to ask myself, why is this happening to me? I mean, I felt that by stepping into my family, I felt that by stepping up and by being the new leader and mentor and just person in their life, I felt like I was doing like a good deed. Like the universe was going to reward me because of my selflessness, because of my ability to not only listen, but to help, because I chose to take on 5 kids and a family when I came from being a complete bachelor and single. So I didn't think that the universe was going to throw that many obstacles at me, and boy, was I wrong. And I look back at it now, and I understood why it had to happen. I understand now that it had to happen in the way that it did, because all of those difficulties that I went through, all of the difficulties that I'm going through today, are going to just prepare me for what tomorrow brings. I know there are a lot of you stepdads that are out there who are seeking out information. Maybe you have no idea where to find it. Maybe you're just finding the show for the first time. There is not a lot of men, there's not a lot of stepdads that are out there talking about their journey, about their shortcomings, about what they need to work on, about their inability to solve everybody's problems. There are not a lot of shows out there about this. So when I began this show, when I began my step parenting journey, I looked for different ways, like who's doing it right, who's doing it wrong, what are some examples, any good books, etc. But there were not a lot of outlets for me. So the difficulties that I was going through at the moment, and at the time, let's say between year 1 and 5, I really had to self-navigate. I had to figure it out. I had to try to understand why so many people wanted me to fail. Like I didn't get it. Like I didn't understand it. Now, mind you, as I look back at it now, I understand that they were just trying to protect. They were trying to make sure that the kids, especially the kids, were going to be around a man who was good for them. So I get it now. But then I didn't understand it. Then I wanted to attack. I wanted to defend. I wanted to put up my position, and I was stubborn as hell because I felt like everybody owed me something. And nobody owed me shit, by the way. The only person that owed me anything was myself. Like, when I say the difficulties today will liberate you tomorrow. When I say liberate is the feeling of freedom, of no longer being held down and held back. It's this feeling of flight, this feeling that you get, and I know it for a fact, and some of you may have known it. If you've ever gone skydiving, it's that feeling of the free fall. It's the feeling of just being at peace and feeling like the whole world is with you at that moment. So when I say liberate you tomorrow, it means that you need to invite the difficulties. You need to be okay with the obstacles. You need to face them head on instead of trying to avoid them at every turn. See them as growth. See them as stepping stones. I know that there are a lot of you stepdads who are having a hard time with the kids because they don't fucking want you there. They don't know why you're there. They don't know who you think you are. But they don't know your intentions. They don't know your intentions, stepdad. And yes, it is very hard for us to communicate that with kids. It is very hard for us sometimes to communicate that with our own friends and family. But as long as your intentions are pure, you will have this ability to kind of block out the noise, to withstand the pressure that will definitely come your way. All those difficulties, all those people, all those circumstances, all those moments, every time that you feel like you're taking one step forward and 15 steps back because you made one little mistake, those difficulties are needed because they are there to see not only who you are as a leader and as a man, but they are there to kind of give you a barometer, like this measurement on how much work you still need to do on yourself. Stepdads that walk away, step-parents that walk away, step-parents that blame others and point fingers and just throw in the towel when it comes to, I don't know, their pride. Maybe they're just getting it from all angles and they just can't take it anymore. Like, I don't need this feeling, you know? Those individuals have never worked on themselves. They've never taken the time to do self-study. And if you take any time to do self-study, you'll find out fairly quickly that if you don't go through any difficulties, you'll never find growth. I mean, look at anyone in the gym. If it was so easy to build muscle, everybody would be in the gym, but it's not. It takes patience and time and energy and effort. It is difficult as shit, and you will see zero progress. You'll look in the mirror, you'll weigh yourself, you'll expect certain things and it won't happen. And it takes a certain individual, it takes a certain type of person to make their peace with patience when it comes to difficulties, and making their peace with patience when it comes to how long it will take to establish those relationships, so you can feel liberated, so you can feel free, so you can feel like not only are you meant to be there, but everybody wants you there. No one questions you anymore because your intentions are pure. So for the stepdad, for the stepmom, for the parents, for anyone who's listening to this, if you are feeling today like it's too hard, it's too much to overcome, I don't feel like I feel like, not only do I feel like an outsider, but I feel like just an unwanted person. I want you to change your perception on those difficulties. I don't care where they're coming from. Change your perception and start seeing those difficulties as small stepping stones to whatever future you have envisioned for yourself as a stepdad, a leader, a father, and mentor. Difficulties will liberate you. I promise. All right, guys. That's episode 165 of the show. Thank you guys very much again for listening, for watching, and for subscribing. I'm so humbled and grateful and blessed for each and every one of you. Have an amazing and wonderful day. Until next time, be well. Hey, thanks for listening to the show. Listen, if you know a stepdad who is in need of any of this information, do me a favor right now. Hit that subscribe button and share this episode with them as fast as possible. Did you do it? Okay, you did it.
Quiet on the set, please. Thank you, everybody.